Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1704. Birthday celebrations continue. Yes, we're on to day 2. We took the whole weekend to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yesterday we got through the first movie. Today we've done the second movie, and 2 minutes ago we finished disc 1 of the third movie, Return of the King. So we've just got the second disc to go on that one, which is the main battle and, all that good stuff that happens at the end. I like some of the stuff that happens in there. So how's your day? First of all, happy Easter for those that celebrate Easter. Happy Easter. God, my hair looks a mess. This is what happens when you wash your hair. You comb it and you don't do anything with it after combing. You just let it dry. Mine goes really curly. Wow. I didn't realize I had that many curls. But so how's your Easter Sunday going? I made the executive decision today. Normally, I don't work on Easter Sunday. I take that day off. And I wasn't going. Yesterday I was talking about how today I would just be doing my messages going out for my 30-day challenge and just doing my podcast. Well, it turns out I'm just doing my podcast today. I decided to take the day off. I thought, sales are still coming in, even because I've sent messages over the past days, and some people don't check their Facebook Messenger very often. And so some of them are checking them now and starting to put orders through. So I've still got a sale from today, from messages I sent yesterday. So that was pretty cool. But I haven't sent any messages out today. I decided to take the day off like I normally do, except for doing my podcast, and that's it. So it's been a very relaxing, quiet day, although it was a very rough start to the day because I went to bed. We were in bed by 10:30 last night, which is nice. It's nice and early. Fell asleep pretty quickly. Got woken up around 1 o'clock with Zeffie whining. And sometimes when she whines, she just wants some attention. She's probably had a bad dream or something. She just wants some loving. Other times she wants to go out. So we gave her some attention and she settled back down and went back to sleep. So I rolled over, tried to get back to sleep, and then she's whining again. I'm like, it was now 3:30. So got up. Just calming her down was not working. So it was that she wanted out. So around 3:30, we got up, took her out back, and she went running out the door and all around and everything else. And it was nice and dry. Get this, it was nice and dry at the time. And then came back inside and settled down and went back to sleep. It took me a little bit to get back to sleep, so I had to read for a little bit before I could get back to sleep. So I'm not exactly sure what time I got back to sleep. But the next thing I know, my alarm's going off, and I'm like, oh. And so I turned my alarm off, and I thought, I'm just going to sleep until I wake up. And which normally if I turn the alarm off and sleep in, I wake up sometime around 6:30, 7 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, I got woken up with a puppy going, oh, oh. And I'm like, I thought, surely you can't want out again. You just, and I'm thinking in my head, you were just outside. You can't want out. Then I realized it was 6 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, it's been 3.5 hours. Do you really need to go out now? And so I got up, walked to the back door, opened it up. It was pouring with rain outside. And of course, she just goes charging on out, screams on the brakes before she hits the wet area of the patio. And we've got a covered patio, but the wind was whipping the rain underneath the covered area. And because I was looking at my chair that I sit in out there, thinking, well, I go sit down. And it's like, no, that's actually wet. I ain't going to go sit on that. And she wouldn't go out in the rain. I says, well, if we go for a walk, you're going to get wet. And it was, I had to have a look at the weather thingy to see when the rain was due to stop. And that wasn't going to stop till like around 7:30. So around 7, and so we left around 7:20, just as the rain was just finishing up, because most of our walk was dry. I said to Zeffie, I said, it's short walk today. And she knows what that means. And so we did our short route because I knew the rain we had like a 10-minute window between rain and according to the little weather thing in the bob. And so we got out there. We're feeling the last of the rain. It stays dry most of the time. She does her stuff. And then we get back. And just as we're turning onto our street to head back to the house, and we're only like 3 houses from the corner, just as we're turning onto the street to head back to the house, it starts raining again. Well, she goes from meandering to, oh, it's raining. I don't like getting wet. We're going to trot home. And so she starts trotting, which is okay because I can just walk fast. And normally she wants to go down to the driveway, come up the driveway and onto the path. No, she just cut across the front lawn and straight to the front door. Like, she seriously does not want to get wet. And so let her inside and took her thing off, and she just starts zooming. And I'm like, oh, you want to go outside and zoom? Knowing full well it's raining out there. But of course, she thinks the front of the house is different to the back of the house. So we open up the door. She goes outside, screeches on the brake, runs back inside, and just starts zooming around the house. And that was our start to the morning. I said, looked at her and I says, I need food. Yeah, I need food. I need a shower and I need food. So I went and took another shower. And I'll tell you, that shower last night was awesome. It helped loosen up the muscles a bit. Still sore today, but I know tomorrow's going to be the worst of it, because for me, it's not the day after. It's 2 days later when everything suddenly hits and all the muscles seize up. So I had 2 nice hot showers in the last 24 hours and body's feeling pretty good right now. And it was, what did we do then? And we just sort of bummed around for the morning, and then put the first movie on. I fell asleep towards the end of the first disc. Woke up, had lunch. We had cooked breakfast this morning. It was good. We did eggs. In fact, I made an egg sandwich that Brad used to make me, although I didn't have any lettuce. And he used to, he would make the egg up like almost like an omelette and put cheese in the middle and fold it over. And then he would take bread, although I like it toasted. And so I toasted it, and then he puts mayonnaise on it, and then he'd put lettuce on it, and then he'd put the egg with the cheese in it on the inside. It's really, really good sandwich. And I thought, well, I don't have any lettuce, and I'm going to toast my bread. And so I did that, and it was pretty good. Not as good as his one, because he was always making it for me. When somebody makes you a sandwich that you like, and when you make it yourself, it doesn't taste the same as when they make it. So, but it was pretty good. And Zeffie got an egg for breakfast as well. And because she knows when I cook eggs, I'll cut a piece off and put it in a little bowl that I have for her. And she gets that for breakfast. She gets to share breakfast. And then, like I said, we watched the first movie, fell asleep towards the end of the first disc. And then, so it was after the first. And so then I got up, walked around, had something to eat, had a snack. I didn't do my snacking tray like I said I was going to, only because I forgot to go to put my order in at the supermarket to get my little snacky stuff. So I figured we'll just make do with what we've got. And so had a bite to eat, and then we went back and watched the second half of the first movie. And I made a mistake. I said they were all on DVDs. They're actually all on Blu-ray. And but it's really, I should have brought it in here. It's really cool how it's all packaged and everything. It looks like this book, and then you open it up, and on the spine of the book, there's these 3 cases there. And each case has part 1, part 2, because it's extended version. So you got part 1, part 2. Then you have 2 to 3 discs, which are all extras. One is taking the book from the book to the screen. That was on the first disc. I don't remember what on the first one. And then you've got the appendices, which is all the different makings of and special effects and all the behind the scenes stuff. It was really, really cool. And it even has a little booklet in the front that when you open it at the back, it's got a map for the appendices. It's done in like a Middle Earth type map. And you've got this, well, to me, it looked like a family tree to start with. And then you got to follow the different lines. Oh, this is what I want to see. So I've got to go to this. I've got to go to this option on the menu, then this one, and then I go to that. So it actually tells you how to get to different areas within the thing based on what it is you want to see. And each movie has these little booklets in the front, and has these 4 to 5, actually I think it's 5 DVDs in all of them, but 4 to 5 DVDs in there, 2 being the movie. So we just finished, and so after this first movie, had lunch, had a break, got up, walked around, made some lunch, did not get on the computer. This is the first time on the computer today, so I'm very proud of myself. Yeah, we just got up, had lunch, walked around, read for a bit, and then it was time to watch the third movie. So we started the third movie, and like I said, yeah, right around 6 p.m. The first movie finished. It's like, and I was awake. Have to go and do my show, and then after the show, after this, we will go for a walk. Take Zeffie for her evening walk, and then come back and watch part 2 of the third movie, and then we will be done with the Lord of the Rings. I will tell you, this is the longest it has taken me to watch Lord of the Rings. Normally I have done them in one day, which is with the extended versions, which is about 12 to 13 hours of movie. Because on the extended ones, they're all close to the 4-hour mark. I think, hang on, I think that's what they are. Return of the King is 4 hours and 13 minutes. Ay, ay, ay. That's a long. Okay, that gave me Lord of the Rings. Okay, so then I want. Oh, come on. You gave me one movie, but you're not giving me. Yeah, so the one I'm watching right now is 4 hours and 13 minutes. Hang on, just. Oh, that might be it there. Hang on. Yeah, that's the one I have. So all up, it's just under 12 hours with the 3 movies, I think. Hang on. They don't have the. I want the separate times for each movie. Boom, 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 boom. No, it says runtime 11 hours and 21 minutes. Yeah, the last movie is, what I say, 4 hours and 30 something minutes. Your part 1, part 2, behind the scenes, extended edition, the appendices. Yeah. Yes, it's about 12 hours for all 3 of them. I thought they were all around the 4-hour mark. 4 hours and 13 minutes for Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Okay, so let's see. What is it for Fellowship of the Rings Extended? Oh, that's really cool. So the theatre movie for Fellowship of the Rings was 2 hours and 58 minutes. The extended one is 3 hours, 28 minutes. They see there's like 30 minutes added to each one. And the Two Towers in the theatre was 2 hours and 59 minutes. Extended run is 3 hours and 43 minutes. That is longer than 30 minutes. And Return of the King in theatres was 3 hours and 21 minutes. And the extended version is 4 hours and 11 minutes. So there you go. You now have it. Let's see, that's 4, it's 10, that's 11. Yeah, 11 hours and 21 minutes for all 3 of them. If you watch them back to back to back to back to back, I got to have breaks. That's why it takes me about 13 hours to watch these things, because I take breaks. But, and that's the last time I watched them all in one day. It was like a 12-hour day because, remember, I started at 9, actually, no, it was longer than that. I started at 9 o'clock in the morning and we finished at just after 10 o'clock in the evening. Yes, that was 13 hours. But you got to have breaks and take the dog for a walk and have meals and all of that sort of stuff in between. And that we were in the RV at the time, and we didn't have the DVDs. I had that on digital. I had it on streaming. But now I've got the DVDs here, so it's much fun taking that out because now I know where my breaks are. So this is the longest it's taken me to watch all 3 movies. Normally I can knock them out in a day. The other times I've done it is I've done 2 in one day and the third one the next day. But this is, it was a weekend, and I'm like starting on a Saturday with Brad's birthday, and it's taking the whole weekend to celebrate his birthday. I even have his sweatshirt on, which is like miles too big for me. See, you can see the sleeves, miles too big. But it's comfortable. And it's like I'm getting a hug from him. So how was your Easter Sunday? We didn't have any Easter eggs because I can't find dark chocolate hollow eggs. I can find all the dark chocolate hollow rabbits that I want, but I don't get rabbits and Easter. I just don't get that connection. There was this cool TikTok video. Was it a TikTok or a reel? This little girl was asking her dad what he was doing, and he was drawing faces on hard-boiled eggs for Easter. And she wanted to know why, something about what the rabbits had to do with Easter. And I was like, yes. That was a really, really cute video. And I'm like, yeah, I still don't get the, people go, but it's springtime. I'm going, yeah, but what do rabbits have to do with Easter? Since when do rabbits, and what do rabbits don't lay eggs? So why are they carrying baskets of eggs? I get the eggs. I get the symbolism of the eggs. I totally understand that. I just don't know what the rabbit's doing in there. I have nobody in all my years has been able to explain to me why there is a rabbit as part of the Easter thing. Rabbits with baskets of Easter eggs, but rabbits don't lay eggs. So why are they even there? Why are they running around with baskets of Easter eggs? I just don't know. People go, oh, but it's beginning of spring. I'm like, no. It's not. What do rabbits have to do with spring anyway? There's lots of different baby animals and baby birds that you can use. And, that's what we got to see on our walk today. We got to see a baby cardinal. At least I think that's what it is. They've been seeing this bright red-breasted bird flying around, but it had all black wings. And from behind, you just see the red of the head. But on the front, it's all red all the way down, but its wings and its back are black. And I finally managed to get a picture of it today, and it was long distance. So there's just this little image in the middle of my picture. And so I got it here, and I blew it up as best I could on the phone. I was like, it kind of looks like a cardinal. So I was looking up pictures of cardinals, and I figure it's like a variety of cardinal. Maybe it's a baby one where all of its red plumes haven't come in, or its red feathers haven't come in yet. I'm thinking that's what it is. But the beak's the same. It's got that little crest, the same type of head with that little cresty thing at the top. And it's got the bright red head and the bright red body, but it's got black wings and like dark black wings, like black wings. So I don't know if it's actually a cardinal or not, but it could be a baby cardinal where it hasn't come into its adulthood where it gets its full red color yet. But I also know that the females don't have any red on them. I think they're brown. I think the female cardinals are brown. Yeah, if this was a cardinal, it'd definitely be male because it's bright red. So that was pretty cool to see. And got to see some cool stuff. And of course, there's a lot of water laying around because of the rain that we've had, and meant to be getting thunderstorms tonight, so that'll be fun. But anyway, however you celebrated your Easter Sunday, I hope you had a super fantastic sparkling day. We're going to go for a walk now before it rains again, because we've got rain coming in again. Actually, when is that supposed to rain again? Let's see. We only got up to 69 today. It was a very cool day. Oh, now it's 60 degrees. Maybe it was 63 was our high today. Yeah, our high was 63. Let's see. Oh, according to this, there's no rain in the forecast for the next 4 hours. When I have looked at that, we'll go, oh, no rain in the forecast for the next 4 hours. We walk outside and it's like pouring down with rain. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the sun did come out this afternoon. Zeffie she stayed by me and slept all day. Although she did want some of we had hot dogs for lunch today. We tried the Omaha Steak Jumbo hot dogs. They were pretty good. And they didn't take long to defrost in the freezer. I put them in the freezer this morning. I think, we'll have them for dinner, but they were defrosted by lunchtime. Well, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're glad to have lunch. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be back to everything tomorrow. Everything back on track tomorrow. So, yeah, it's just a nice quiet day. Great way to start the week with a nice relaxing weekend. It's been awesome. I have absolutely loved this weekend, including having to pull the weeds. Yes, I know. I had to pull weeds. I don't like pulling weeds. Sometimes I don't know the difference between a plant and a weed. Thankfully, all the stuff that was out there was plants. Was weeds. Anyway, that's it. We're out of here. We're just rambling now. So go out and have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, konara.